Good morning, everyone. It is a Tuesday morning, so we're back at it here in the Paradise Valley office, and I'm trying to move this out of our way. So it is, the middle of July, end of July, getting ready for August. For those of you with students going back to school, next week will be the start, I believe, of both Scottsdale, right? They start.
I think Scott still starts the 10th, so we have a little more time.
Okay, PV starts next week, folks, for those of you with kids in the PV school district. I'm Melissa Schwartz. It is Tuesday Training and Tactics here in the Paradise Valley office. Today, wow, gotta love that. My phone is going nuts here. So today, Lee Piper is going to be joining us from Rock Title. So come jump on here. You can see it right there, just so you can say hello.
Hi, everyone online and here in class.
So we're going to do what we're calling Marketing 103. If you were here last week, we did Marketing 102. That meant we weren't doing the just bare basics, but almost. So the hope was that you had some understanding of what was in our systems. And so today I'm going to do a little bit of a recap. And then Lee's going to take it the next step for some social media. So I hope you'll work along with us. If you have your computers open, we will be walking you through how to go into Creative Studio and pull down some of your tools and social media items there and show you actually how to edit them. We're also going to show you how to use some of the Rock Title, Rock University tools. So if you have not logged into that, we may have to take a little break and walk you through how to do that. Okay. How many of you here have your Rock U set up? Your VIP. So one of you. Kevin, do you? Okay. All right. Folks online, I hope you have that set up. If not, we will take a minute and go through that. So let's go ahead and get started this morning. Last week, I started with just some basics that if you were just starting to get your license, some of the things you need to do in the beginning. Obviously, you've got to get your fingerprints and, get your exam, pass your test, and then you have to take your contract class, right? But you also need to get a headshot. If you haven't done that yet, we'll be talking about that probably in August, working with some of our affiliates to maybe get a photo shoot set up. For those of you online, make sure you've muted your mics. And then, when you first join a real estate office, there are several things you need to do. Now, if you're been in business for a while, please look through this list and see what you haven't done or maybe what needs to be updated, right? So I love the story of one of our agents that we needed his headshot, and we went trying to find his headshot, and all we could find was this gorgeous dark-haired gentleman with this big mustache. And I'm like, who is that? Needless to say, there's not as much hair. It's definitely gray, and there is no mustache. So it's like, I don't think you've taken your photo in maybe 20 years. So please remember, you need to update your photo. It needs to be of you today. So, or at least the last 2 years. Any longer than that, you got to update that. So, but this talks about making sure you've got your e-signature in place, your social media setups for different things. And the first place you have to start, if you have not taken and watched the class on Zone Pro, please go to the one primetime presentation that was just last week. They did an amazing overview of everything in Zone Pro for you. This is the access point you have through Realty One Group to get to your account information. Need to make sure you're adding your photo, your bio, any languages you speak, your social media links. If you're on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, go ahead and make sure you set that up in Zone Pro, and your photo goes here. Whatever photo is here is going to tie into any social media you're setting up through our system. So it's really important that this gets built out. That's why we talked about it last week, to make sure you got all of those things set up. And if you didn't take that one prime time, you won't quite understand the importance of this being set up correctly for that referral network. Remember, in Arizona, corporate offices in the Maricopa County area, we have over almost 3,000 agents, okay? And in the state of Arizona, we have almost 4,000 agents in Realty One Group. So you need to stand out, right? In this office alone, we have over 300 agents. And we know we've got 2 other Scottsdale offices, right? So if people are searching this area and you have not completed your Zone Pro setup, guess what? When they go to that referral only, they're not going to find you, right? You're going to be in a sea of 3,000 or at least 1,000 agents, right? How are you going to stand out? Number one, get a photo in there, right? Because if you don't have a photo, all they get is a nice little circle that says 1 on it. Oh, that's who I want to check in with. Yes. You're not seeing the slide? Oh, you guys, somebody's got to tell me that. Okay, let me stop sharing and share again. So somehow I went to a different thing. I'm sorry, folks. How about this one? Whoops, hold on. It was on a different screen. How about that? Is that showing now? Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Thank you. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, so I'll stay on this slide for just a minute longer, making sure you guys see those updates online because you weren't able to see that. Again, you need to find the branding and guidelines. You can download all that. You can download the fonts and even some background like paintbrush and all sorts of other tools that are in there. Okay, let's see if we can go on to the next slide. All right, so the other thing that we talked about, and Lee helped with this, was the website customization. Going into your One Suite, you get a free website. Again, for that referral network, if they're looking for you, they're going to go look for your website, right? If they're a Realty One Group agent, they know you get a free website. So if you didn't take the time to set up that website, why are they going to choose you as a referral agent, right? You couldn't even take time to be visible. If you're looking for referrals, folks, you've got to have that website up and running. Okay. Doesn't have to be fancy, but you got to do something to it. And Lee showed us how we could customize it to do a hero image, even using AI to make those image options, and even gave a prompt on how to create that. You really need to stand out in what she called the sea of sameness, right? You've got folks that are looking for something different and can't find something unique there. What's going to make you stand out, right? Customize that. So I get this question all the time. I will make sure to print this out again, but we've talked about the new advertising regulations, and some people are like, oh, they aren't new. Yes, they are new. And yes, the Department of Real Estate is coming after them. And yes, other agents are reporting you. So please understand, anytime you're advertising, number one, the brokerage identification has to be there. Can you do that with just the little icon of the 1? Nope, nope. You have to have Realty One Group. And yes, that means on your social media, right? Now, you can do fancy little links and stuff, but make sure it is on there so they have that. So the big, it's hard to hear where we're sitting, but the big slide is over to the far left-hand side of the screen. And then I've kind of blown these up a little bit. Number 1 is the brokerage information. 2 is the licensee identification. Number 3 is truthful and accurate advertising. Can I say that this backs a preserve when it's backing Tatum Boulevard? No, right? So you need to be accurate in what you're saying. The number 1 issue with this, guess what? AI. Because you throw some great comments into AI and it gives you this lovely flowery thing and you don't read it and you throw it in there. Ha ha. Who's liable for that? The agent. Do you know what the beginning fines are? It's $500. Yeah. So if you're going to use AI, make sure you're reading what it comes back and tells you, that it's a gorgeous chef's kitchen. And instead it's this teeny tiny little hole on the side with, 2 feet of cutting, surface. I don't think that's a gourmet chef's kitchen, right? So you have to go read that AI. If you put it in to something to try and rework those words, make sure you're reading them. Number 4, fair housing complaints. What's the number one thing that most people put down in their descriptions that would not be allowed in fair housing? What do you think?
Yeah, good for families.
Great for families. Awesome. And I'm hearing Jack and Jill is now out. You can't say Jack and Jill bathrooms, right? Bathroom between 2 of the bedrooms, I guess is what we have to say. And you also, I don't think they're fining on this yet, but remember, it's no longer a master bedroom, it's a primary bedroom, right? And primary bathroom. They've gone away from that terminology. So, AI and digital content review. See, I already commented on that. You have to watch that. It's so easy to put something into ChatGPT, Gemini, any of these, and then go, ooh, that sounds good, and just drop it in there and not read it carefully. You are liable for that. You have to watch that. Social media compliance, again, that's making sure your identification is on there. Number 7. Get my phone to stop ringing. Number 7, I cannot see here. We'll have to move this. Sorry, folks, online. I can't. It's covered up here. Team advertising rules, right? So if you're doing a team, which has to be larger, the team name or Realty One Group? Realty One Group. How many times do you see, this is the team? There's this little thing down here that says Realty One Group. Somebody's going to turn you in for that. And trust me, I get the calls. So please don't do that, right? The idea from the Department of Real Estate is it has to be clear and prominent that the consumer, the public, knows who the broker is. Realty One Group's your broker, okay? 8 is over there on the little hazard sign, I guess, advertising another agent's listings. So if you've not heard this before, but it says the properties featured are not representative of my transaction history and include transaction information from other licensees. That quote is there for a reason, because if you're going to pull stuff from other agents, you have to have that on there. Does that make sense? If you don't know that, go grab that, because that is now required by the Department of Real Estate. So if you're doing a just sold, you have to have that disclaimer on there. And you're pulling other people's listings. And by the way, that means other people in this office. If you're pulling somebody else's listings, even if it's yours or yours, you have to say, did somebody else, even if it's Realty One Group, you have to say, this is not necessarily my history, right? I may not have sold anything. Why is this? Because people are going into the Paradise Valley market, pulling all sorts of listings. Yes.
Does it have to be that exact language?
Yep.
Okay. That's
why it's in quotes.
Okay.
Yep. We've gone round and round and round to make sure that we've got something that will suffice. And that's what the brokers in our office have decided will cover you. Slightly something different from the department, but we're trying to bridge what they were saying with other stuff. So let me just go on referrals and compensation rules. I can't read the detail on that, but we'll go over it later. Broker approval. If you're doing advertising and doing new signage, please run it past me, right? You still have to have the equal housing. If you are a realtor and not a real estate professional, you should have that R on there, right? So those things do need to be out there. And then we just have some cool little things, and I'm blocking it here with my little image here, but follow the rules, do it right, and win together. Okay, there we go. I love that we put down compliance isn't optional, it's our standard. So really work together, make sure you're getting stuff that protects you. And I need to move on really quickly from my recap here. I think we're ready for Lee. She's like, wait a minute, what? So we're trying to get into some of the tools you have through the Creative Studio. If you are following and want to work with us on this, please go to your Creative Studio on your computer. All right.
So those of you who are in the room right now and those of you online, if you have your computers, can we pull up our Creative Studio? The goal today really, that Melissa and I discussed is to give you guys a little bit more confidence in using the tools that Realty One Group has to offer so that you know that there are shortcuts for creating some social media posts that once you get the rhythm down, once you understand the tools, it's not adding a lot of extra workflow to your day. And I really have a philosophy when it comes to social media or marketing in general, that you as agents are doing so much in your business and everyone has their strong suit when it comes to building their business and how they're getting their word out about their business. Social media is one of those pieces. There are people who could do it as a full-time job and build out an incredible business of referrals and prospects from doing social media. Maybe that's not you, and that's okay. But we want you to have just like a base layer on your social media so that people can find you. Just like what Melissa was talking about with like the referral network, standing out from the sea of sameness. What we have to remember is that there's probably 10,000 real estate agents just in Maricopa County alone. And probably about 90,000 of the, like 90% of those, 80% of those aren't going to have any presence online, aren't going to have a headshot, aren't going to have a bio. So at least if you can get yourself in the 20% who do, you're that much farther along. And so when people are looking for you, they're going to be able to find you and at least know that you're in the business of real estate.
And there are probably 40,000 agents in Maricopa County.
40,000.
70,000 in the state, so there's gotta be at least 40.
Okay. Yeah. So this is like thinking about the universe. Like that number is so large. But the good news is that there's a lot of opportunity for agents who take a little extra time. And the beautiful thing about a brokerage like Realty One Group is that they've built in a lot of tools to really make this so much easier for you guys to have a presence. Okay. And then like we said last week, like it or not, you're in the sales and marketing business. You're selling homes, you're working with clients. If you ever have a listing, you need the basics of marketing so that you can show that to potential sellers that you at least know how to post a picture of their home online. Okay. So not to sound harsh, but this is just kind of like basic level. But again, you have some great tools. So with that kind of in place, we want to give you guys the opportunity to make this like a little bit of a working session and actually have a few posts kind of downloaded on your computer that you can go ahead and post later. And so it's kind of flexing the muscles and doing a little exercise here. So Melissa, am I still sharing? So I want to pull up Creative Studio.
Sorry. Hang on.
Okay, hang on, folks. Let's can you tell me, did I switch to this screen or no?
That's what we're seeing.
Okay, that's fine. You're gonna go into your Creative Studio?
Take over from here?
Yep.
Okay, so Melissa is gonna be my helper today.
Yeah. Wow. Something had to update.
She's my teacher assistant.
that.
Okay, so we just want to, the first post that we want to do is like we were talking about where you can, if you don't have listings of your own, you don't have clients of your own yet, which you will, you can borrow from other listings within your office. So we're going to walk you through borrowing from one of Melissa's listings. Okay, so let's see. Changes, leave. Yes, we can leave.
So
here's your dashboard, your Creative Studio dashboard. On the left-hand side is where you're going to see the different designs that are available to you.
well, no, you're gonna see on the left-hand side, you gotta see the folder. You gotta get into the folders.
Folders. Where's the folders?
Right.
Oh,
there.
here we go. Okay.
You're under
Marketing packages.
business
marketing.
Business marketing.
Okay. Business marketing is where you're going to find, actually, we're going to start with property marketing. Okay. So there's two categories under marketing packages. That's where all the creative is found in Creative Studio.
Yes.
We have business marketing and we also have property marketing. Property marketing is where you're going to find the posts where you can create posts for the properties that you're marketing. Now we're going to go down to social. Yep, social, marketing packages, property marketing, social. Okay. And we're going to walk you through how to do a just listed post. Okay. So when I click just listed, on the right hand side are going to be all of my options to create different posts. You see that? We don't have to overthink it here too much, but we're going to go ahead and create this one. This is the one that Melissa and I did yesterday, and we want to do it for you guys. So I'm looking at them. I see it's square. I know it's going to be good for like a social media post. So I'm going to click create design. How are we doing, Melissa? How's our timing? You guys following along? Do we need a couple more minutes to catch up?
Let me just get her set up.
Okay.
Property marketing.
And for the folks online too, just come on unmute if you need a couple more minutes to or have any questions.
I do have a question. This is Jan.
Hi,
And
Dan.
hi, Leah. I got to marketing packages and I'm trying to click really fast and I thought I don't know where you are from there.
Okay. So I went back.
Not in marketing.
Marketing packages.
It's not.
Oh,
marketing
okay.
packages. It's-
Yeah, it is. I
No,
think so.
it's not. It's
Oh.
a separate one. You're underneath business, property marketing.
Yeah, I'm scrolling and I don't see that. Property marketing.
Don't click on marketing packages. Go underneath marketing packages.
How do we get there? Oh,
Oh,
here we
wow.
go.
Underneath it for me is workspaces. I'm just lost.
So there's
Yeah.
just a, like, if you put your cursor, see where I'm putting my cursor, like right here, and then I start scrolling, it pops up.
Can you do that again? I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
One quick
Hold on a second. I think
I'm
we
so
just need to go
sorry.
to the side. Why is this not?
schedule.
It's just
Marketing package.
maybe this.
There's a little,
It's hard to see. It's just a small space.
see
I
where
can
it
see
says
the-
business marketing and then property marketing?
Under
It's
marketing
just a-
packages? Oh, crap.
Yeah, do you see there's just a little scroll, like a little gray scroll bar here on the side.
You got here.
Marketing packages. Oh, I'm way off now. Now I got to a search thing under marketing packages. I don't know where I'm at.
Okay, let me see.
Back to dashboard, marketing
Maybe
There
if
package.
we
we
go.
make it
That's easier. Here
smaller.
you go. Can you see it now? Do you see?
Well, I
So-
see yours, but it's not matching up on mine.
Try, I guess she's saying click on marketing packages.
popular-
I didn't think it was.
No,
like that. I thought
I
it
don't
was
think
like
it
that.
is.
Most popular
As if I
templates
click on
I
marketing
see.
packages.
Yeah, it's not marketing packages. So go back. It's
Back
its
to
own
dashboard.
section that says business marketing, property marketing. Do you see those on the left-hand side of your screen?
No, I just don't. I'm so sorry.
On ours, we have a little down arrow. An arrow
Dashboard.
point that way and down arrow up next to marketing packages. So
Yeah, we've opened that up, but she can't find property marketing is the problem.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just,
Okay,
just go ahead without me.
all
Okay.
right.
All right, so we're gonna go to property marketing here, guys. And social, okay, so that's another down arrow. And we're gonna go to just listed. And now we're gonna scroll through, we're gonna see all of the designs available to you. So look, you're not creating anything from scratch.
Social. Okay, social.
And I'm gonna click this one because this is the design we're gonna create today, okay?
Do you see the one over on the right hand side? This graph.
Just listed.
Yeah.
It says welcome home. It's on the right-hand side.
Mm,
Can you mute your mic there, please?
sorry.
That's okay.
And click create design. Do you guys see that? Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to go back over to the slide because this is where I have the information. And this is the address, which you can't see very well.
9236 North 28th Street, 9236. Huh? No, well, you have to create the design. Oh, okay, so, and then it's gonna ask you for the address, right there, 9236.
North 28th Street.
Yep. Oh, wait, did you put the address? No. Put the address on that line, 9236 North 28th Street.
and she'll pull up 9236 North 28th Street.
Now then you're in the create.
You want to select it. Okay.
Huh? What does it say? Can't say this.
We have Melissa's catching up some of the people in the room here. So if you guys need a little bit more room, do you see how we got to this page? Is everyone on this page?
No.
No, okay.
Hang on there.
Mhm.
Did you get there?
I'm gonna go do a little circle, so take your time online.
You see, I don't know if this is popped up on. Okay, so you're where you need to be, that's perfect, okay? Yeah. Yeah. You doing this on your phone? God bless you, that's amazing.
Actually, I've created them before, so.
You're familiar with it? Awesome. Okay, hang in there, folks.
You always can get a new, something new.
Okay, so now we have our property selected. The system does it all. It goes in, it gets the description. But what I want you guys to see is the description is pre-written in here. But that's too long. We can see right here that it only allows us 500 characters. And this one is 1067 characters. Okay.
It's not from there.
But
For social media.
how beautiful is it? It's going to shorten it for us. So we don't have to think about rewriting it. I just want you guys to hit shorten. Okay.
So did you get there?
And now we're at 792. Still too long. Let's see if I can shorten it again. So
It's
that's,
not really working on the phone.
it's not working on your phone. Okay. And since you're not a Realty One Group agent yet, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Melissa might know. It'd be nice if it was on my, like on an app though, for sure. Melissa, do you know if there's an app version of this for like phone, doing it on your phone?
I don't know if Creative Studios I know the zone, I mean, we've got a lot of the zone stuff, but I don't know if Creative Studios.
Okay, okay. So I don't even know that this description is going to show up anyway, so it's probably not that important. But you guys, what you can do is when the description comes like this.
How many of you also have AI on your computer? I mean, you can clip this
Yep.
and put it into AI and say, and remember, put the qualifying that you need it to be under 500 characters, but you need it to be even less than that because you need to say that this isn't your property, right? So.
Well, yeah, and actually now that I'm thinking about it, we don't need to worry too much about this description.
Oh, it's not showing up on that anyway.
Yeah, it's not showing up on this anyway. Where you're going to have descriptive words is when you actually go to post it in the caption. Okay. And that's where you're going to include the language too. But today we're not even getting that far. We just want to get the images so that you have those ready. So maybe the next time that we all meet as a marketing class, we can actually work through the uploading process. Okay. So we've got the starting of our post, everything pulled in when we entered the actual address.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And look, everything's here for us. That's awesome. Okay. So now we want to choose a picture. Real easy to do.
Because the photos pull up from the MLS.
Let's see. That's it. Right? Okay, we have that picture in there. Okay, scroll all the way down. So select whatever picture you want. All you're going to do is select it. It's going to be the picture that's going to be here instead of this beautiful pull picture.
Folks, you're not posting this. You were just
doing this as a sample.
Yeah, you can post it if you want. We're gonna get it ready for you to post. But just choose a picture. I chose the one that's just the straight on of the house. It was in the top row. And once you choose your picture, you're gonna say save and select listing all the way at the very bottom. So scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Accept to continue. I'm sorry, please confirm this is your listing or you have written permission to use this property and its content for the marketing by checking this box on the left.
Okay, so I'm the co-listing agent. I give you permission to use the.
And you're gonna put that information in there, the disclaimer.
Yeah, well, not for this. You would have to have it, you wouldn't have to have it on this. It won't fit on that slide.
No, but in the
Oh,
caption.
in the caption.
Yes. But we're gonna show you how we're gonna give credit to Kia, whose listing it
It's
is,
the listing agent, right?
the listing agent. Okay, so now I have that and I'm gonna hit the select next.
This
Okay.
is not one you need the whole quote for. This, you just need what she's got here.
Paradise Valley office is gonna auto-populate since that's your office. No? No? Okay, then let's see.
Yeah, what happened square one? Yeah.
Okay, we hit a glitch here with some folks following along. Those at home, you can unmute or you, what, 9236 North 28th Street. So online, any of you online working through that, did you hit a glitch there? Did it not pull up your office? I think you have to go from select property to office. See, there's a toggle up here. I think the toggle is on the top. Just switch to office. Did you see that? Okay, you don't need to put the address back in there, Lee. Just on the bottom, hit create. Folks online, I don't know if you can see my mouse going over this select property in office. I think some folks didn't realize and they went back here. All they needed to do is go to office, make sure PV is popping up there, and then you can hit create.
So can you go back? I should hear. Yeah, if you actually created.
They're asking me, how do you go backwards? I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to modify the picture.
I don't know if you can use the back arrow on the top. It won't. Okay. Did you try Control Z to back up? Did that work? No. Okay. Well, we'll have to contact. No, probably start over. There's a way to go backwards.
I don't have it, so I can't, there's another button somewhere.
Oh, go over to his. I don't want to do it on this because I'm on. So, folks online, any questions from you guys? Are you following along? I can't see who's still online, so.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. It's hard for me to know. Okay, so this, if you would hit create design, this is what ends up being created. I think we did not end up putting in the note that was gonna say courtesy of.
Yeah, now.
I hit create design, so I'm not gonna be able to back up, unfortunately.
Okay, now we're here.
So is there a,
Should be here. Do you guys see this screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the only change we're gonna make to this is that we need to add a small text box attributing this listing to the listing agent. And this is a great exercise too, just so you know little changes and how you can use those, because there are customizations that can be made. We don't need to get too deep into it, but there are little things and you guys should know just a few little basics, okay? So we're adding some text. Where do you think these are my options here of how I can edit it, things I can do to edit. What do you think I would click on if I'm going to add text? Text.
The box says text. So this is your basic, if you've ever worked in Canva, in Photoshop,
publisher. I mean, this is in Creative Studio is a full editing software system for your graphics.
Oh, when he was saying go backwards, see, I would just edit what I have.
Mhm.
Right, this is
See,
where you do it.
I'm gonna go backwards, you just edit it, that's why I'm going like, huh?
Yeah. So one thing you'll see, like we're figuring this out on the fly. That's technology. Okay. So the people that are the best at technology are the people that are just kind of tinkering until that where they're gonna go.
I'm a
Right.
tinkerer.
Yeah,
You do a good
tinker,
job
and
doing
you're
that.
gonna get there eventually for the most part. So stay curious and know that even the best people with tech are gonna stumble a little bit on the road. And I want you guys to know that. And if it feels a little clunky as we've been going through it, that's part of the process. I want you to see that because Melissa and I are really great at doing this. But even for us, sometimes like we're like, okay, that didn't work. So how are we gonna pivot? Okay.
She went into this yesterday, folks.
And my experience is there's going back erases everything.
Yeah.
So I say 80% of the time. So I always try editing first.
So we're cheerleaders here too. You got this, keep going, even if it feels frustrating, okay? Because you're gonna get it. So now we're here, we hit text. What do we have here? Can you guys tell me what we should do next? Anyone have an idea? We have a text box. Do you see it says enter text here? There's a little type. What are we gonna type? I'm gonna type listing courtesy of, oh, spelled it wrong. Courtesy of Kia Corona. Because it's her listing.
Right? And because it's with Realty One Group, you can do just that. Right? So if it were somebody in a different company, you would have to say John Smith with ABC Realty. Okay? You'd have to put the real estate brokerage if it's not with Realty One Group. But gosh, with, I don't know, 1,400 active listings right now, you're probably gonna stick with Realty One Group. Why would you go outside of there unless you had to? So find
Right.
one that let you do it. Yeah.
I've always got, do we need written permission of Kia? I've always had to. I thought I did.
We do now need written permission from the listing agent. And the reason for that is it's actually from the seller, and some sellers do not want, especially if you start doing stuff in Paradise Valley, I will tell you, they do not want social media. They do not want photos published, so do not ever go to something, without getting that permission these days.
Quick email. Melissa, can I do a posting on your listing? Yes, no problem. Thank you for sharing my listing. That's it. Okay. So that's easy to get, especially when you're in a big office like Realty One Group with an amazing community like Realty One Group has. Yes.
So when Melissa is co-listing with someone else, who do we contact?
I would go to the listing agent.
Okay.
Go to the listing agent. And the listing agent's response might be, let me check with the seller, right? And you have to respect that. It all depends on those conversations they've had. Right?
And the first time I did it, I went crazy. What do you write? 2 sentences I get from it, because usually the listing agent doesn't want to take time, have it ready. And they'll sign it. The permission.
Yeah.
Or in this case, you could get an email back saying, yes,
Right.
that's fine, and you're okay. So just keep it brief. May I use the listing on, 28th Street in my social media? I'm marketing that area and want to include this.
Yeah, like I said, I overthought it the first.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to click add text. Now, what do you guys think of this? Would you publish it looking like this?
Can anybody even see it on there?
No,
Right.
I wouldn't. I'm not going to. So we're going to show you just quickly how you can manipulate items in your design. So the first thing is, I want to look at this and I want to be like, okay, where would be a good place for me to put this so that it looks like it's cohesive with the design? On the black. That's right.
In white.
In white, right? Because if it's black on black, we're not going to see it. Now, for me, I like to keep it where the text is because this isn't going to be a focus for me. This is a disclaimer. Okay. So the first thing is we're going to change the font color so we can see it when we move it to the black area. Now, this little color wheel right here is going to be your friend. Do we see the color wheel? See the colors? That's your cheat code. Lots of colors means that's where you change the color. So I'm gonna click that.
Now it should have your branded colors over there. If you notice that your gold is already there. You don't have to create that.
So we could put it in gold. Let's just put it in gold, make it easy because that brand gold is right there and that'll stand out on the block. There we go. Now, are we there? Do you guys have a gold text box? We're going to do a little round, people online. We'll be right back.
Get it? Yeah, I'm there.
They just click on it to drag.
Okay, and then.
That's what
Next to.
you have the box. Box.
It'll. It's up at the top. But mine allows to be added.
Oh, that's.
It's next to this thing.
There has to be
Says
one
there.
there.
Word size.
There you go.
So you had to get on everything.
Yeah, colors, there's all on here. So the next thing is then you're gonna right under that. Yeah. And you know, drag it. So you wanna make sure it's selected, so if it's not, it's gonna look like that, if it is. That. And then you.
Okay, sorry, folks. Hopefully online you're able to find that. We've got many people here. We're trying to make sure they're on the right page. If you were still on the text and you hadn't said create text, you don't get the box for it. And then you've got to go over here and click on the, whoops. Oh, I did that wrong.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, so it's selected, okay? If I take my little pointer, I'm gonna put it in this black area and I'm just gonna click on my mouse. See, it's not selected anymore. That means I can't do anything with it. Now I'm gonna hover over it again, click it, it's selected, okay? Now, I still do not like the way this looks. So I'm gonna show you one more editing trick, okay? We are going to change the size. I want it to be one continuous straight line of text. So these little dots are how I can change. If I hover over these little dots and I get these arrows, that's how I'm going to be able to change the shape of my box. So I want to hover here and select while holding down on my mouse and just drag it out. And going over to the side, so I'm moving it over so I can still see it. Now I'm going to drag it out this way, and now I have one line of text. Still too big, but at least I have it all in one line. Okay? So if you guys can just practice maybe changing the size of your box, that would be awesome. Now, still too big. So what do I do if it's too big? The text size is too big. I'm going to go over here. This is the name of my font. This is the name of the size of my font. I can change the size of the font to make it smaller or bigger right here. See that? Okay, so now I have it the size I want. I have it the shape that I want. And now I'm going to put it wherever I want. So now I'm just going to drag it and I'm going to put it right here. How are we doing online? Gail, Linda, how are we doing? Good, Gail?
I think it's.
Okay. Let me,
Here, and the talking about stomach. And.
Good.
I hear I'm trying to get into online. You always want your boss.
Okay. So,
I have it.
Not able to do it without a mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have a mouse, if you're not used to using your laptop without a mouse, it's tough to do that. So hopefully you guys have all been able to do this online. How are you guys doing? Did you follow along? Are you following along?
I couldn't get the text to change colors, but I was able to move the text around and make different sizes. It just wouldn't accept a color change.
Okay, so if you highlight it, you should be able to, if you highlight it, then you can go click on the color wheel. So if you go down to this and highlight the whole thing like that, and then go to your color wheel, you should be able to change your fonts, right? Does that make sense? I'm sorry, change your color.
Yeah.
Did that help, Jody?
Yeah, I'll try that. I'll try it again.
Okay.
Thank
Yep. Okay. Anybody else online have any questions?
I want to say something else.
Yep,
It's
Pat?
not so English that you have to worry about. When she expanded the length of it to go to a single line first, I would have done it the opposite. I would have put the size I want and then changed it.
So yeah, you can go either way. You can change the size of the font to the size you want before you stretch it out. That's fine. As Lee said earlier, play with it. I mean, this is a standard editing software for any type of graphics, whether you're doing Publisher, Photoshop, Canva, go in and play around with it. It does not get published from here.
They don't make a mistake by doing it in the wrong order.
Yeah, you could do it in any order you want, but just get used to playing with the little tools and features. Layers is a whole other thing. You can add things on top of each other. I wouldn't worry about that. We're just trying to give you the basics here. But I mean, you can go on and edit that if you've you can always go online and look at Canva if you've not bought, you don't have to buy Canva. You can get a free version of Canva. And there are tutorials on Canva that you can use that I would recommend go in and take some of the basic tutorials just to know how to maneuver around a page like this.
Okay, guys, we're on track here in the classroom. So that's it. Now we have our design.
What do you do with it?
Creative Studio 101. So we're going to download it onto our computer. And that's going to be the first thing that we're going to need to do so that we can post it online. Unless you did your homework last week, like we said, about connecting our social media accounts.
Yeah, I didn't do the homework, so she can't do it that way.
But Realty One Group has been kind enough. So I just click share, okay? I click share. This is one option, share. It's doing some spell checking for me. I know the name is spelled correctly. That's nice of it to check my work. So I'm just going to ignore it. I know the name's spelled correctly. Look at this. If your social media is connected, you can connect straight to social media and post it.
And you should be able to schedule it out for later.
Okay. Does anybody have their social media connected? Linda does. Is it working for you?
I didn't click it. I was like,
Okay.
can I go ahead?
Yeah, you can. Let us know what happens.
All right.
Yeah, let me know if you get any calls, please.
Yeah, I will.
No. I don't know what I'm doing next. So
yeah, that's fine. You can download it. So let's
Which-
put the X out of that. And
well, I want to show that down at the bottom was a schedule, right? So I could schedule this to go out on the 31st or on the 30th and tell it where to schedule and go out to, right? You can actually pre-prep these for a week, a month. Look, I can go into August, right? This can all be done within your creative studio, right? So all these different types of things, you could do a just listed, a coming soon. You know something's coming up and you've got a photo of it, it's your listing. You can get that social media prepped for you. Does that make sense? Just want to make sure you guys saw that there's the schedule that's there, okay? So I have to go back to share because I backed out of that. You can send it in an email to your client. You can copy. I don't know if it copies to another user. I don't know that I have. Let's see if I have my LinkedIn. Yeah, I don't know. It says, see, my LinkedIn account isn't, I don't have my LinkedIn account even attached. So unfortunately, I can't do any of those. But the other thing you can do is to download. Now, how many of you have actual folders and not everything sitting in your download like I've seen? Thank you, Pat. So if you click download, please have it go to a marketing file. Or if you're doing a lot of social media, you should have different folders so you know where you're putting these basically slides, right? This is a slide and you can reuse it. So you need to save it someplace you can get back to it. All right.
I save it to the listing if it's my listing.
If it's your listing, you save it to the listing. And I do the same thing.
Within my folders.
Right. Do folders within your folder, within your listing folders. I put photos separately within my listing photos or folders so that I know where those things are. I have a whole series of that. If you've never set up your design as a realtor, how to break some of those things down. But it's amazing how many agents I've seen that have download and they're like, oh yeah, it's all in download. Okay, if you're doing much real estate, that is going to get confusing really quickly because everything's residential real estate purchase contract. For what? What property? You don't even change the names of it. So, all right. We're probably not going to get much further than this slide today. We're not going to be able to show you the rock title. Do you want to finish this up for people? Because we've got like 5 minutes and close this out here and come back.
So Linda needs disclaimer.
I did it.
You got it?
I got the disclaimer.
Okay.
How do you spell her name?
I'll spell it. I got it.
Okay.
And if she needs to put in that language, Melissa, about, okay.
Nope, she just needs courtesy up.
Okay, perfect.
Listing courtesy up. Yeah.
Okay.
This, I don't know how to spell her.
Now, did we do the download yet?
Oh.
So if you can't share it, so for you guys online and for those of you in the room, Linda did have her social media account set up to this. So right now she's taking this design and it's going to go straight to her Facebook business page.
Oh, because of-
Easy, right? Well, I know it's not easy, but it takes away a lot of the steps for you. So if we can get that set up, it's going to make your life easier once you kind of get the hang of this. If it's not set up, then we want to download it. This is the file type, that's the image file. And just create, download. Ignore and continue again.
Yeah, it come up. Wow.
And where it's going to be once it gets downloaded is in your download folder. So if you don't know where your downloads go on your computer, you want to click whatever file or go to your file management system. If you're on a Mac, it's going to look a little bit differently. On a Windows machine, it's this file folder at the bottom.
Oh, we created it.
Yeah. And it's going to be in this folder here, downloads. That's where you're going to click and find your image. Okay. So when you go, and if you have social media set up, not connected on your computer, or if you use your phone, you can email that file to your phone and that's where it's going to be. But we're not going to focus on that today because we just really wanted to focus on the creation process here and give you guys an idea of how that worked.
Okay. Get out of that screen.
All right.
Sounds good. All right. Any questions from anybody online before we close this down? Oh, they're all quiet. Were you able to successfully post that? Was anybody online able to successfully post? Let me stop sharing.
Post it, but I downloaded it and I was able to follow along. And download.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jody. Okay,
Mhm.
Jan, next time you're in, we'll take a look at what's going on to figure out where that screen was for you. All right.
Thanks, Melissa. Thanks, Leah.
All right. You have a good one, folks. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording. We'll see you. Actually, there's a training tomorrow that I just heard about on Creative Studio that's happening live. I think what I'm going to do is double check that I can grab the recording so that I can, and I'm going to do that recording next Tuesday I think there's a recording, oh, well, Paige and who else? Somebody in corporate is teaching Creative Studio and tomorrow at noon. It'll be live, but I'll be over at the Coffee Connection. So I plan on grabbing that, and that will be next Tuesday Training and Tactics.
Yeah, so tomorrow we are hosting our Coffee and Connections at this beautiful office space coffee shop right by Scottsdale Porter Kierland. We would love to have you guys out. It would be another example to sit down with us and go through some of this, or get, if Linda comes, she can teach you. Now she's an expert. Melissa's going to be there. So get some more hands on it. Those of you at home, I know it's very hard to learn how to do these things over computer. And like Gail, I know you're busy, but if someone wants to just go through it again and get another rep in of using this tool, that would be a perfect opportunity for you to come and do that. So thank you all for your time.
Great. See you next Tuesday for Tuesday Training and Tactics. And like I said, we're going to go over some more in depth of the Creative Studio and the One Suite. We'll send out information. It is happening tomorrow live, but I'm just going to grab it and show it to you guys next Tuesday so we can continue this journey of marketing. Okay. Have a great one. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.